We're really excited to show you guys our new FASTWheel product. As you may have heard, we actually won an award as the best new product of the year from NAB this year in 2025. So that's really exciting. It's a whole new concept for us, right? And what this ultimately does is take RSS feed data from your news website and allow you to use AI technology to build newswheel rundowns out of it. So it all starts with creating a template, and we should take a quick look at one of those. Within a template, you tell it ultimately what you want from it. So let's say this is a certain duration, how much of that duration you want to be news segments, as well as making sure you have the room you need for breaks as well. And per content segment, you can define what areas or topics of interest that you have. For example, when I click on this, I'm telling it, that these are for arts, culture, education, human interest, things like that, as well as kind of a focus. Because what this system is going to do is read in all of the stories via that RSS feed that I'd mentioned. It's going to use a speech to text and using AI interpret that to determine which stories fit your categories. Once you've set your template the way you want it, you can simply go to your builder to generate them. All right, and here's an example of a few that we've already done. Now, they've all been built essentially, which means they've already retrieved the stories from your website. If I had a new one here, I could simply hit populate. Since we've already done that in this case, we can go to their next step, which is to review them, right? So let's go ahead and look at, let's see, I'm going to choose this one down here, okay? Now, from within here, this gives you the ability to review each of the individual blocks and what is created for them. For example, let's just look at this first one that had arts, culture, education, and a few others. I can look at a comprehensive view here of each of the stories that it found. I can also look at any suggested additions that it might have. So let's say I wanted to toggle some things, I can do that. Also notice that it shows that I'm under by 34 seconds. Now, we give you the ability to define a fill source. So if I want, I can just leave that 34 seconds. And when we build the playlist from this, it will just put up a camera or whatever your fill source or content ID is defined as to fill that last space. But let's say I also want to adjust some things. Let's see, maybe I liked this story. I thought this one was great, but this one not so much. I can hit delete on that. Notice I just lost a bunch of time on this as well too, but I can also add from these other selections, right? And if I really wanted something additional as well too, or just wanted, say I knew I had something updated on my website that I wanted, then I can also tell it to regenerate and pull new stories again here as well too. Now, this isn't just showing me a list of stories in their text. I can even actually review them individually, so I can see the full story, what the speech to text actually determined from it, and watch the video itself as well too, right? Via this proxy. Okay. Now, once I've approved it, I can move on from here and notice how each one of these should ultimately end up approved so that I can say that this has been fully checked by somebody before we go through and generate a playlist. That's not required, but it's a good option to have if you want to make sure that you've had eyes on these beforehand, since these are going to go on air, of course. Now, once I like it, I can hit this playlist button and it will generate a Crispin formatted playlist that you can load into Crispin's master control automation to execute your newswheel. We expect in the future that we'll also go ahead and create auto-populate versions of this, but as a great start, we've created it in this way so that you've got eyes on it first. That is our product of the year, our FASTWheel.